Coming up on ATV FastCast.
If we find the right spot, we might relocate.
We'll show you what stores in the nearly empty Cache Valley Mall still have not found a home.
And they had come across the road and right in front of me, and I was like,
Last week, we showed you a mountain lion roaming around a Logan neighborhood. We'll show you what to do if you run into one.
Gymnastics hosted their second home conference meet of the season. In sports, I'll show you how they did.
Everybody ready?
We'll show you why these people are working so fast on these puzzles. All that and more, this is ATV FastCast.
From the campus of Utah State University in Logan, Utah, the Department of Journalism and Communication presents the award-winning newscast, ATV News.
There's a lot of memories. We've been here 34 years, and people have been really sad.
You won't be able to shop in the Cache Valley Mall much longer, as many stores have either already closed or are getting ready to. Welcome to this edition of ATV News. I'm Kaylee Moss. We woke up to 1 to 2 inches of snow this morning, according to National Weather Service. Logan residents started to clear the roads and the sidewalks, all thanks to snow plows and snow blowers. UDOT says roads could be slushy until 6 tonight. Time is running out for you to enjoy the shops at Cache Valley Mall. Stores like Alvy's Chocolates have already closed, and food outlets like Logan Burgers are closing soon. Both have yet to find a new home in Cache Valley.
We want it to be the right spot, so we're not being hasty and finding a place, but yeah, we're looking for a spot, and hopefully we can find something soon.
And she's not the only one. The Logan Burgers manager says finding a new location isn't just a matter of where, it's about customers finding it too.
It takes a lot of efforts to make the clientele, and when all of a sudden you lose it, because it's our bread and butter, you know. So definitely very sad to lose this location.
O'Broy says his ideal location is somewhere in Logan between 4th North and 1800 North. He's holding out for the right spot. Do you know what to do when a mountain lion decides to approach you? Julia Rodriguez will take you there.
A mountain lion was spotted near USU and made its way to nearby neighbors. The mountain lion made its way to several backyards and was eventually caught. The mountain lion was caught in a married couple's backyard.
So I walked outside and everyone told me to proceed with caution and go back inside because there was a cougar in the backyard. I kind of want to get one.
DNR biologist shot the animal with a tranquilizer rifle and had it taken back to their facility to get a further assessment on the animal.
We were able to locate it, dart it, and get it loaded up in the truck. And now we're going to try and do a health assessment on it and see why it was down here and what's going on.
But what should you do when a mountain lion approaches you? Here is one example of what to do.
What you're seeing is actually a dog coming into our live shot. I think it's a dog. I'm not sure. But anyway.
And here is another example of what you should not do. National Park Service has tips and guides of what you should do when a mountain lion approaches you. Is 1, stand your ground, or you can slowly back away from it. Julie Rodriguez, ATV News.
How long did it take you to finish your last puzzle? These girls finished a 300-piece puzzle in less than 2 hours. They took first in the youth category at Puzzle Palooza. One organizer says the new event is one way Logan Parks and Recreation is responding to requests for winter activities that aren't sports.
People have told me that they just really love puzzles. Other people have just told me that they just needed something to do in the winter. It gets cold up here. We're kind of trapped in the valley sometimes, so it's good to have something to encourage you to get out of the house.
And go!
People poured out pieces of pre-wrapped puzzles as they raced to finish one 500 and two 100-piece puzzles. Working with her dad, this Hiram woman says she enjoys doing something she loves and seeing how fast she can do it.
I'm definitely here for fun. I want to see if I can put up a good performance today. I don't care if I win or not.
Burton says she uses one technique. If she feels like she's slowing down, she moves on to something else. The next Puzzle Palooza will be at Lob Plaza when the weather warms up. Today, students bundled up as they walked to class. The current temperature is 35 degrees. And in sports, Ryan Lawrenson joins us in studio to show you whether the Aggies beat the Aztecs.
It was after shooting with your phone that you wanted to up your game, so you got a better camera. But your shots were shaky, so you got a tripod. But your audio was fuzzy, so you got a mic. But your shots were dark, so you got some lights.
Okay.
Now you got all this
After weather.
equipment,
Okay.
but you don't know how
I'll
to
look at
use
you.
it.
Thanks, Anne.
So you enrolled in Intro to Video.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. This is a serious problem, but one we can solve. Visit feedingamerica.org to help. Together we can solve hunger. Together we're feeding America.
After 15 years of smoking, Eva Marie quit. There's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking, now start screening. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Welcome to ATV Weather. I'm Anna Johnson. Let's hop right into our national radar and see what's going on across the country. Now, if we take a look at the northwest part of the country, you'll see there is a big storm system up here in Washington and Oregon. That is dumping rain on them up there right now, and there is the potential for that to come down and see us here in Utah in the next few days, but I'll have more on that in our 7-day forecast. On the opposite side of the country, clear skies over much of the east coast. There's a little bit happening up in Canada, but it looks like that is going to keep pushing east and go right above them and miss them. But let's take a look at what's going on closer to home in our state radar. Now, if we look at northern Utah, you'll see this big mass of storms that's been going on. We woke up to that this morning here in Cache Valley, and let me tell you, it dumped snow on us all night, and that's going to continue into the night and into the morning hours of tonight and into tomorrow. And then if we look down south, we've got this storm system going over Las Vegas, northern Arizona, and that is moving north and east. And it looks like that is going to just hit southern and central Utah and then move out. It's not going to come up and hit us here in northern Utah. But this storm system is going to continue to move through in the next few hours. And it looks like we're going to see a little bit more of the storm up in the northwest, move south into the next few days. But let's take a look at what this storm actually looked like outside. Waking up this morning, coming up to Utah State's campus, this would have been your look from Old Main. You can't see any part of the valley. It's this foggy, snowy haze. Walking up through this was a mess, let me tell you. But it has cleared up a little bit since then, and now we can see clear out over the valley. There are still some low-hanging clouds, a little bit of residual precipitation, some snow and rain here and there. But one of the good things that did happen is it cleared out a little bit of that inversion, helped clean some of our air. If we take a look at Logan Canyon this morning, it's a lot of the same. Now, I'm serious, you don't have to clean off your camera. This is what it looked like from the Huntsman building at Utah State's campus looking up into Logan Canyon. Visibility was very, very low and road conditions were really dangerous. Again, that has cleared up a little bit into the afternoon. We can now see a little bit of the bottom of the mountain and some trees there, but there is still a lot of clouds and haze up in here, and there is still some continuing snow up through the canyon. So those roads are still pretty icy and still pretty dangerous. Now let's take a look at the 7-day forecast and see what we've got coming up next. Now today we had a high of 37 and a low of 31 with all of that snow. This weekend it looks like that is going to clear up a little bit. We're keeping an eye on that storm in the northwest part of the country to see when that's going to come down and visit us here in northern Utah. And it looks like we may be seeing that on Monday. We've got a high of 45 5 then, with some expected rain and snow showers. We've got snow up in the mountains, and we're expecting rain in the valleys because of these higher temperatures, but we'll keep an eye on that and see if that turns to snow. And then at the beginning of the week next week, we've got a little bit more of a cold front coming our way. You'll see that 18 low. That's much lower than it's been through the weekend and into the beginning of next week, so we'll keep an eye on those temperatures. You're all caught up here in weather, and back to you at the desk, Kaylee.
Thanks, Anna. It's Engineers Week at Utah State. You can join in the activities now through Friday. Ultimate Trivia happened this afternoon and this evening. They will be holding cardboard boat races. Thursday morning, there are breakfast snacks by the Dean, the excellent egg drop in the afternoon, and community night starts at 5:30 p.m. Friday afternoon, you can try the Spaghetti Bridge Challenge, like these structures from 2020. The challenge uses dry noodles instead of toothpicks. The College of Engineering Awards banquet starts at 6 p.m.
The vibes were high from the Aggies Friday night as gymnastics took on the San Jose State Spartans. Welcome to ATV Sports, I'm Ryan Lawrenson. Let's head back to the Spectrum to see how the Aggies did in their second home conference meet. We'll take a look first at senior Juliet Boyer from Daly City, California as she hits the vault. This attempt was good for a 9.725. Love the reactions from her team and coaches here. Up next, senior Olivia Ostendorf from Ramsey, Minnesota as she makes the team high on vault, good for 9.825. The Aggies ended with a vault score of 48.85. Next up on bars, check out the form on sophomore Avery Bibby's dismount here. The Chandler, Arizona native scored a 9.75 on this attempt. And how about these moves from Danny Kirstein? The junior from Las Vegas, Nevada scored a 9.85 with that, just a quarter point shy of her career high. The Aggies scored a 49.025 on bars, putting their total at 97.875 after 2 rotations. Moving to the beam, watch senior Jenna Eagles dismount here, tying her career high of 9.75. She and Ostendorf both went to Anoka High School in Ramsey, Minnesota. Headed south a bit for freshman Sydney Jalen from Algonquin, Illinois, showing up with a 9.725 on this dismount. After 3 rotations, the Aggies' running score was 146.775. And now, how about Angel Stewart, a senior from Gilbert, Illinois? This double backflip near the end of her floor routine helped her score a 9.85. And how about this ending coming up? Man, I know I'd be exhausted after that too, Angel. Finally, take a look at Nyla Morabito, a freshman from Welland, Ontario, Canada. As she wraps up her floor routine, USU's only international gymnast scored herself a 9.825. That was just enough to lift the Aggies over the Spartans by just 0.2 of a point. After losing to Colorado State on Saturday, men's basketball were back home last night to take on the 19th ranked San Diego State. The Aztecs came into the nearly filled Spectrum on a rowdy Tuesday night. Heredia Costa Rican native Ian Martinez got the Aggies started right with this layup early. Now the freshman out of Skyview High School, Mason Falslev, extending the Aggies' lead to 4. Not wanting to give up early though, Aztec senior Darian Trammell pushes this one all the way to the rim for 2. Later on in the half, watch as Great Osobor sends this one all the way across to Josh Aduje for an easy 3 points. The Aggies led all the way through the first half and headed to the locker room with a 5-point lead. Into the second half where Falslev makes a nice pass to Osobor for an easy layup, fouled and in. He had 17 points last night. Now watch as Darius Brown drains this nice 3. He made 5 total 3-pointers last night. Another look here at Ian Martinez as he drives through 3 Aztecs on the way to this smooth jam. The Aztecs rallied late, but the Aggies come out on top with a crucial conference win 68-63, led by Brown's 25 points. With just 5 games remaining in the regular season, the Aggies get a well-deserved break before they play at Fresno State next Tuesday. Tip-off for that game is scheduled for 8 p.m. Softball played 5 games over the weekend in California, ending up with 3 wins, 2 of which coming over Weber State. The team is in St. George this weekend for another 5 games. And women's basketball lost hard at San Diego State on Saturday after a final score of 62-90. The team is at San Jose State this evening. Tip-off for that game is scheduled for 8 p.m. And now that you're all caught up on sports, I'm going to hand it back to you at the desk, Kaylee.
Thanks, Ryan. Sour candy for anxiety prevention is a reoccurring topic on social media that's been trending on and off since 2021. In an article published by Health.com, mental health experts explain the secret to preventing anxiety isn't in sour salt. Experts say that sour candies are a distraction technique that shifts the brain's attention. Utilizing your 5 senses are ways that you can focus on being in the present. Experts agree that while sour candy may be helpful in some situations, more sustainable coping habits are recommended for long-term success. Ryan Lawrenson is joining me at the desk. Ryan, how do you like your sour candy?
I love it. I used to pound through Warheads as a kid, but honestly, all I can really take these days is something like these Sour Patch Kids.
I agree. I used to love Warheads, and now I just enjoy a simple sweet treat like Sour Patch Kids. Cheers. Thanks for joining us on this edition of ATV News.
You can find this edition and more on our Facebook page.
We'll leave you with a look at this morning's snow.
Have a great week, Cache Valley.